questions?
Second game in a row for the team to be out rebounded. Just kind of talk about the effect that had.
And that was the exact message that I just sent. You know, for us, when you play, I guess this was game 23, by now you know who you are and who we are as a team that has to do a good job on the glass. We have to defend in an efficient manner. We can't let the other team, you know, shoot in the mid-40s. And then we have to make timely shots. Offensively, we had some moments, but in those other two areas, we failed miserably. They out-rebounded us about 5, and I think that was pretty deceptive. I think we got a bunch of those at the end, and we never got consecutive stops in a manner in which we could put real game pressure on them. They knocked us to the mat right off jump. We did respond, and I believe we had it to 5 or 6 late first half. Had a chance to maybe put a little game pressure on them, and Bosch rose up, I believe, and hit a timely 3 as he did. I thought he was tremendous tonight. When I look at his stat line, his 4 game was exceptional. I've always said that I really believe he's the best point guard in this league, and he played like that tonight.
Talk about Moultrie's game. You know, he had the double-double in the first one, but it seemed to be totally different.
I just think he was really, really aggressive at the rim, and we tried to address it at the half. Our back rotation just was not there. It seemed like he was there by himself a number of times. Even at the end of the half, they're at the end of a shot clock, we kind of get a trap, and it wasn't a planned trap. It was maybe they mishandled the ball, and our guys just reacted to it, and everybody rotates up, and no one rotates back, and he gets a dunk at the end of the half. And I thought that was kind of epitomized our effort on rotations for the game.
Going back to rebound, was it effort or was it not boxing out, or what was happening?
I think it was a little bit of everything. You know, when I look at the numbers, I think that they were quicker to the ball. You know, when you see us and you see them, they're physically bigger. And so we've got to be quicker to the ball. And when the bigger team is quicker to the ball, the outcome's not going to be what you want.
It seemed like y'all were a step slow the whole first half.
Well, as I said, I think they came out and knocked us to the mat early. I thought we showed signs of life again. I think Jarvis strung together 3 or 4 jump shots, and we finally generated some offense, and we were getting back in it. And Boss hit a big 3, and then at the end, you know, just poor rotations. We get knocked back down, and we're never able to get back in it.
Do you have a feeling that, you know, contained Boss pretty well last game, but it'd be hard to do that again after he had a look at what y'all did?
Well, I think, you know, for us, we tried some different things, and he's a tremendous player. The biggest thing is, you know, he's going to score points. You want to make him have to earn them. You know, he had 15, I believe, in the first game and 15 tonight, but it was a totally different 15.
Yeah.
And the big thing that jumps out at me is 13 assists. I don't know if that's a career high for him, but it's got to be close. And everything was off dribble penetration. So I thought the first game we kept him out of the lane better. This game we didn't do that at all, and as a result, you can see, you know, Moultrie and Sidney were the recipients of that, and with point blank looks.
Were they doing something, Andy, to take Nick away, or just not a good night for him?
You know, I'd have to watch the tape. You know, I think he took 1 shot in the second half. I believe he was 0 for 5 at the half, and all of those are on the far end for me. And you know, from my angle, they were out of sets or out of dribble penetration. And I don't know this. This is crazy. The head coach doesn't know this, but I think he's our leading scorer in SEC play. For him to throw a donut up, that's not good for us.
John gave you guys.
Where is their talent level in the SEC, Mississippi State?
We haven't played Kentucky yet. I've just seen them on television. We played Florida. Different type. I mean, Arnett Moultrie is he's a candidate for SEC Player of the Year. I think a legitimate candidate. I hate to act like I'm D-Boss's agent because I'm not, but I think he's the best because he's a matchup. He can make shots. He makes big shots, and when he gets in the lane, I think his decision making is very good, and I like his toughness. I think he's a tremendous player. So then you got Renardo Sidney, who again, when people look at Sidney, they say, "Well, he's a talented player." People have no idea how big he is. He's a big man, and if you allow him to catch it where we allowed him to catch it, I mean, he dwarfed DeMarco Cox. DeMarco Cox is, you know, he's a sandwich away from 290, and he looks like a child next to him. And you know, Sidney got him and put him in the cup, and that's what good players do. So I think those guys are tremendous. I think Rodney Hood is on the all freshman. He'll get a vote from me on the all SEC freshman team, and Steele's very good in his role. I think Wendell Lewis is very good. I think they got a good team.
DeLon was aggressive coming off the bench.
I thought he helped us in the first half, and then we played him and Jarvis together with Nick's struggles, and wanted him to be aggressive. And him to get up 10 field goal attempts, that may be a season high, I'm not sure. But I thought he was aggressive, he rebounded the ball for us, did some good things.
Andy, did you come into the game with the intention of expanding your playing rotation, or was that just dictated by the game?
Well, I wanted to get some of those young guys in early. I did a poor job in our last outing. You may have brought it to my attention, Parrish. But I did a poor job of playing guys early, and then obviously I didn't anticipate double overtime. So then you get those 10 extra minutes, and you know, as a coach, you're always thinking, you know, was that a factor in Reg fouling out, which obviously was a huge key in our loss in Alabama. So I was trying to get them in the flow early, so if I had to go to them late, and I thought they helped us. You know, I thought those guys came in and you know, gave us a little bit of life, and hopefully it'll be good for their psyche moving forward. We know we've got 8 games left, and those guys are going to have to help us get what we want. Thank you.